They said you wouldn't make it. They thought the pressure would break you. They watched. They waited. They whispered. But I was watching too. And today I have something to say to you. You felt the weight, didn't you? The silent battles. The nights no one knows about. The tears you hid behind a strong face. You thought I was silent. You thought heaven had turned away. But I was measuring your strength. I was testing your heart. I was waiting for this moment. And now I'm saying it clearly. You shocked me. When the attack intensified, you didn't quit. When betrayal came, you didn't curse my name. When doors closed, you still believed. Do you know how rare that is? You feel overlooked, misunderstood, targeted for no reason. But you are not random. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And what you just did in the spirit has shifted something eternal. Stay here, because what I'm about to reveal next will change how you see everything. You thought I was punishing you. You thought the silence meant disappointment. You thought the closed doors meant you failed. But listen to me carefully, my child. Your struggle was never punishment. It was preparation. Every tear you cried when no one was watching, I collected it. Every night you lay awake, questioning your worth, I was shaping your endurance. Every time you were misunderstood, overlooked, and pushed aside, I was strengthening something inside you that comfort could never build. You asked me, why is this so hard? Because easy does not create warriors. Easy does not produce leaders. Easy does not prepare someone for the weight of destiny I placed on your life. I allowed the pressure because I trust what I put inside you. You felt like you were breaking, but you were becoming. Gold does not fear the fire. It is revealed by it. And I let you walk through flames not to destroy you, but to refine you. There are levels of influence, authority, and impact that fragile faith cannot sustain. So I trained you in valleys before I revealed you on mountains. The betrayal you endured, it taught you discernment. The delay that frustrated you, it built patience that will protect your future. The loneliness that almost crushed you, it forced you to find me in ways you never would have if you were surrounded by noise. You call it struggle. I call it strategic construction. While you were asking me to remove the storm, I was building a captain inside you. While you were praying for the battle to end, I was developing a general. Do you think I would entrust a great calling to someone untested? Do you think the assignment on your life is small? No. What I am taking you into requires depth. It requires resilience. It requires unshakable faith. And that cannot be downloaded in comfort. I saw the moments you almost quit. I saw when you whispered, I can't do this anymore. But you didn't walk away. You stayed. And every time you stayed, something eternal shifted. The struggle carved humility into your spirit. It expanded your compassion. It taught you how to stand alone without losing your identity. It broke your dependence on applause and anchored you in purpose. You are not behind. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared for a calling greater than you imagined, greater than what you asked for, greater than what your enemies could ever understand. One day, you will look back at this season and realize it was the training ground. It was the hidden chapter before the public victory. It was the shaping of a chosen one. Hold on a little longer, because what feels heavy now is building the strength you will need. When I elevate you beyond what you thought possible, your struggle was not punishment. It was proof that I trust you with something extraordinary. You thought they walked away because you weren't enough. You replayed the conversations. You questioned your value. You wondered what was wrong with you. But listen to me, my chosen one. That rejection was not a reflection of your worth. It was my protection over your destiny. You were trying to hold on to people, places, and opportunities that could not carry where I am taking you. And if I had allowed you to stay, they would have crushed what I placed inside you. You cried when they left, but I removed them. You begged for the door to reopen, but I closed it. Not because I wanted to hurt you, but because I refused to let you settle beneath your calling. There are environments that celebrate comfort, but suffocate purpose. There are relationships that feel familiar, but resist growth. There are rooms that clap for you, as long as you stay small, and you were never created to stay small. The rejection you felt was the sound of chains breaking. It was the uncomfortable tearing away from what was convenient but not ordained. I saw what they could not handle about you. Your vision intimidated them. Your discipline exposed them. Your hunger for more disrupted their comfort. So they distanced themselves. They criticized you. They made you feel unwanted. But what they called too much is exactly what I designed for your assignment. You asked me, why don't I fit in? Because you were not built to fit in. You were built to stand out. If they had embraced you fully, you would have shrunk to remain acceptable. If that opportunity had worked out, you would have outgrown it too quickly and blamed yourself for wanting more. I redirected you before you tied your future to something temporary. You felt abandoned, but you were being rerouted. Sometimes I remove what you love to protect what you are becoming. Sometimes I allow you to be excluded so you are not entangled. Sometimes I let you walk alone so you can hear my voice clearly. The pain of rejection cuts deep. I know you felt exposed, embarrassed, unchosen, but heaven never unchose you. While they were deciding you didn't belong, I was preparing a space where you will be honored for who you truly are. While they underestimated you, I was aligning you with people who can recognize and sustain your growth. Not everyone is assigned to your next level. Not everyone has the capacity to carry your calling. And I will not allow your destiny to drown in someone else's limitations. One day you will see it clearly. The no saved you. The silence protected you. The separation elevated you. What left your life was not strong enough to support your future. So wipe your tears, my chosen one. You were not rejected. You were redirected toward rooms that won't resist your light, toward connections that can handle your expansion, toward a destiny too heavy for what you almost settled for. Trust me, I did not remove them to empty you. I removed them to make space for what can carry the greatness I placed on your life. You've been wondering why the attacks feel relentless, why the pressure increases when you try to grow, why confusion hits right after clarity, why doors shake the moment you get close to breakthrough. Listen to me carefully, my chosen one. The warfare around you is not random. It is reaction. Darkness does not fight what it already owns. It fights what threatens it. Your presence disturbs what cannot survive in the light. Your prayers shake realms you cannot see. Your obedience disrupts plans that were set in motion long before you recognized your calling. You thought you were weak because the battle was heavy. But the intensity of the battle reveals the weight of your assignment. Have you noticed? The moment you decide to change, opposition rises. The moment you commit to purpose, distractions multiply. The moment you start healing, old temptations reappear. That is not coincidence. That is resistance. There are forces that hoped you would stay distracted. They hoped you would stay wounded. They hoped you would doubt who you are, because a confused chosen one is harmless, but a confident one, dangerous. You carry something that darkness cannot control. You carry discernment, you carry authority, you carry light, and light exposes. That is why you feel targeted. That is why some battles seem disproportionate to your actions. You're thinking, why is so much coming against me? Because what's inside you is not small. I have placed influence in your spirit. I have marked you for impact. And before elevation comes confrontation. The warfare is proof that you are advancing. When you were unaware, the resistance was quiet. Now that you are awakening, it has intensified. But hear me clearly. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from it. You survived what should have broken you. You stood when you should have collapsed. You kept believing when logic told you to give up. That strength did not come from you alone. I have been shielding you. I have been strengthening you. I have been limiting what the enemy could touch. You see the attack. You don't see the protection. Every scheme that formed against you had boundaries. Every weapon had limits. Every plan against your life required permission, and I set the boundaries. The warfare is not a sign to retreat. It is confirmation you are stepping into territory that matters. Warriors are not attacked for being ordinary. They are attacked because they carry threat. And you, my chosen one, are a threat to darkness. Not because of your title, not because of your platform, but because of your obedience. Stand firm. Do not interpret resistance as rejection. Do not mistake pressure for abandonment. The very fact that the battle surrounds you means your destiny is near, and no kingdom of darkness can overpower the light I have placed within you. You called it loneliness. You called it abandonment. You called it being forgotten. But I call it sacred, my chosen one. The isolation you feared was never a prison. It was a training ground. I pulled you away before the noise could define you. I separated you before applause could distract you. I allowed you to stand alone so you would know who you are without the crowd. You thought everyone left. But I reduced the noise. There are seasons when I will not allow constant company around you, not because you are unworthy, but because you are becoming. And becoming requires focus. When you sat alone in your room, wrestling with your thoughts, I was strengthening your mind. When you walked through days without encouragement, I was teaching you how to encourage yourself. When you felt unseen, I was training you to work without validation. Public strength is born in private battles. If I had elevated you while you still depended on approval, criticism would have destroyed you. If I had expanded your influence while you still feared rejection, pressure would have crushed you. So I hid you, not to diminish you, but to develop you. Isolation removes distractions, it reveals character, It forces reflection. You learned how to hear my voice in silence. You learned how to sit with discomfort without running. You learned how to survive without constant reassurance. That is strength. You were not alone in the quiet moments you cried. I was closer than ever. In that secret place, I was repairing wounds you didn't even realize were bleeding. I was detoxing you from unhealthy attachments. I was rewiring your thinking. I was teaching you discipline. Isolation is where identity is solidified. You stopped pretending. You stopped performing. You stopped chasing what drained you. And slowly, quietly, you began to grow. No spotlight, no applause, no witnesses. Just you and me. That kind of growth cannot be shaken. You thought the world moved on without you. But while you felt forgotten, I was fortifying you. I was building resilience into your spirit. I was teaching you how to stand when nobody claps. I was anchoring your confidence in purpose, not popularity. Because where I am taking you next, you cannot be dependent on noise. Your future requires emotional maturity. It requires stability. It requires inner strength. And that strength is forged in hidden seasons. So do not despise the isolation. It was sacred ground. You were not being excluded. You were being equipped. One day, when you stand in rooms you once prayed for, when your voice carries weight, when your presence commands respect, you will remember this season, and you will understand. The quiet was not punishment. It was preparation. Your isolation was holy ground, where I built your strength in secret for a destiny that will not break you. You thought it was the end. When everything, sir, started falling apart, when what you built began to crack, when your strength felt like it was leaking out of you, you called it breaking, but I call it opening. My chosen one. The season that felt like it shattered, you was not sent to destroy you. It was the doorway to a breakthrough you never saw coming. You were holding yourself together for so long, smiling while exhausted, standing while wounded, believing while bleeding. And then suddenly, you couldn't anymore. The tears came without warning. The disappointment felt heavier than usual. The silence felt louder. You thought, I'm falling apart. No, you were being broken open. There are blessings that cannot enter a closed heart. There are levels of growth that cannot come through pride. There are breakthroughs that require surrender. And you were still trying to control what I was trying to transform. So I allowed the breaking, not to humiliate you, not to abandon you, but to release what was trapped inside. The breaking exposed your fears. It surfaced old wounds. It revealed attachments you didn't realize were limiting you. It hurt, but it was necessary. Seeds must break before they grow. Walls must crack before light can enter. Vessels must be emptied before they can be filled again. You were praying for elevation while still carrying heaviness from your past. You were asking for new doors while holding on to old pain. The breaking was the reset. It stripped away false identities. It crushed the need to impress. It silenced the voices you relied on more than mine. In the breaking, you finally surrendered. And that surrender changed everything. You stopped striving. You stopped forcing outcomes. You stopped pretending you were okay. You came to me raw, honest, vulnerable. That is where breakthrough begins. Not in perfection, not in performance, but in surrender. While you were crying on the floor, thinking you lost everything, I was rearranging everything. Doors were aligning. People were shifting. Opportunities were forming. But you had to release the old version of yourself first. Breakthrough often arrives disguised as collapse. Because what feels like loss is often liberation. What feels like ending is often alignment. You are stronger now, not because you avoided breaking, but because you survived it. The breaking humbled you, it deepened you. It made you dependent on something eternal, not temporary. And now, you are lighter, clearer, more aligned. The season that almost took you out was the very doorway into your next level. So do not regret the breaking. It was not your destruction. It was your transformation. And on the other side of what broke you is a breakthrough that will prove the pain had purpose all along. Before you ever opened your eyes, I saw you. Before a name was spoken over you, I called you. Before anyone decided your value, I assigned your purpose. My chosen one, you were never an accident. You were never random. You were never misplaced in this world. You were marked. Not by circumstances, not by opinions, not by the limitations people tried to put on you. Marked by me. There is an assignment woven into your spirit that no one else can carry. Not your family, not your friends, not even those you admire. What I placed inside you is uniquely calibrated to your voice, your story, your scars, your personality. Even your struggles were strategic. The pain you endured shaped your empathy. The rejection you survived sharpened your discernment. The battles you fought strengthened your authority. Nothing was wasted. You kept asking, why is my path so different? Because your assignment is different. You cannot compare your timeline to someone else's when your calling requires a different preparation. I had to allow certain experiences so you would understand the people you are destined to reach. You felt out of place growing up. You felt misunderstood. You felt like you didn't fully belong anywhere. That was not confusion. That was awareness. Your spirit always knew you were carrying something uncommon. You tried to blend in. You tried to silence your depth. You tried to shrink your vision to make others comfortable. But you felt restless every time you did. Because you cannot mute what I have marked. There is a weight on your life that is not ordinary. There is influence you haven't even stepped into yet. There are lives that will shift because you chose obedience over fear, and the enemy recognized it before you did. That is why the attacks came early. That is why discouragement tried to settle in. That is why doubt whispered louder around you than around others. Not because you are weak, but because you are marked. Marked for impact, marked for leadership, marked for restoration in places that seem broken. The assignment on your life is not small. It will require courage. It will require discipline. It will require you to stand when it feels uncomfortable. But you were built for it. I placed endurance in your spirit. I placed creativity in your mind. I placed fire in your heart. Even when you doubted yourself, the mark remained. You can delay it. You can question it. You can run from it. But you cannot erase it. One day, you will look back and realize the patterns were not random. The doors that opened and closed were positioning you. The connections that stayed and left were refining you. Everything has been aligning toward your assignment. So lift your head. Stop thinking you are behind. You are not late. You are unfolding. You were marked before birth for a purpose that cannot be duplicated. And no matter how long the preparation feels, the assignment will find you, because it was designed with your name written on it from the very beginning. Do you feel it? The pressure, the attacks, the whispers, the plans that seem designed to break you. I see them, my chosen one. I see every trap, every hidden hand, every shadow that tried to move against you. And I want you to hear me clearly. No weapon formed against you will prevail. You have been surrounded before you even knew it, protected before you even prayed, shielded before the enemy could recognize your strength. I know what they plotted. I know the nights they planned your downfall. I know the lies they whispered and the fear they tried to plant in your heart. But none of it will touch you. They aimed at your career, your dreams, your peace. They aimed at your heart, your family, your joy. They aimed at your future. And I laughed. Not because I mock your struggle, but because what they formed in darkness cannot survive in the light of my presence. Every step you thought was dangerous, I had already walked with you. Every trap you thought was hidden, I had already disarmed it. Every storm you thought would drown you, I had already anchored you in safety. You are not alone in this fight. Your life is covered, my chosen one. Every breath you take is shielded. Every decision you make is guided. Every step forward is guarded. Do not fear their plans. Do not dread their whispers. Do not let their attacks make you question your calling. You were chosen before the chaos began. You were called before the battle started. You were destined before the opposition even existed. The enemy throws what they can, but I am stronger. They bring weapons, but my power surrounds you like a fortress. They try to intimidate, but my presence is your confidence. When the darkness rises, remember this. It is a confirmation of your purpose. They do not attack what is meaningless. They fight what matters. Your life is significant. Your destiny is important. Your calling is eternal. I have been with you in the secret battles. I have been your shield in the unseen moments. I have been the strength you thought you lacked. So stand firm. Do not retreat. Do not shrink. Do not fear. The weapon may come. The arrow may fly. The storm may rage. But nothing can overcome what I have placed on you. I am your protector. I am your defender. I am your anchor. Every attack, every scheme, every shadow that moves against you will fail, because divine protection surrounds your life. Rest in that truth, my chosen one. Walk boldly, speak courageously, move forward with confidence. The battles will come, but the victory is already yours. No weapon formed against you will prevail, because I am with you and I never leave. Listen to me, my chosen one. Everything you've endured, the nights you cried alone, the doors that slammed in your face, the betrayals you didn't see coming, was not wasted. Not one moment, not one tear, not one silent struggle. You see now, don't you? The pain was not punishment. It was preparation. Every trial sharpened your spirit. Every delay stretched your faith. Every disappointment forced you to lean deeper into me. I was moving behind the scenes, unseen, protecting you from what you could not yet handle, guiding you through paths you couldn't have navigated alone, shielding you from storms that would have destroyed the version of you I was building. And now something is shifting. Something inside you is waking. The heaviness you carried begins to feel lighter. The fear that once paralyzed you is cracking. You can feel it, the stirring of destiny activating. Every battle, every rejection, every lonely season was an invisible hand preparing you for your moment. A moment where you step into authority, into purpose, into the calling I set before you before the foundations of the world. Do you feel it? That rising fire in your spirit, that fierce heartbeat telling you that what was once broken is now being rebuilt. Your pain had purpose. Your struggle had design. And now, my child, the breakthrough that has been forming quietly behind the curtain is ready to burst into the open. Everything you thought was lost is now becoming your launch pad. Everything they said would destroy you is now the fuel for your rise. You were not defeated. You were being made ready. And the world is about to witness the power I have placed in you. Stand tall. Lift your head. The season of unseen preparation is ending, and the season of destiny is beginning. Stand up, my chosen one. Lift your head and feel the power I have placed within you. Every tear you cried, every door that closed, every battle you endured, I was there. I never left. I never turned away. I was shaping you, protecting you, preparing you for this very moment. The struggles were real, but so is my promise. The pain was temporary, but your purpose is eternal. What tried to break you only made you stronger. What seemed impossible only revealed your faith. You are not defeated. You are not victorious. You are chosen. You are an instrument of light, a force of hope, and a bearer of my glory. Step forward with courage. Step forward with faith. Step forward knowing the destiny I marked for you before the foundations of the world is ready to be fulfilled. Raise now. Your breakthrough is here. Your time is now.